Maybe the most exciting team, just because of the low expectations last year, had to be the Detroit Pistons. Nobody predicted them to make the playoffs, and they ended up pushing the Knicks to 6 games in the Eastern Conference. Cade Cunningham turned into one of the best point guards in the NBA, and they've definitely had an interesting offseason so far, some in their control, some out of their control. And obviously when I'm saying out of their control is everything going on with Malik Beasley. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Let's rebuild the new look Detroit Pistons, who picked up Caris LeVert and Duncan Robinson this offseason. They drafted Chaz Lanier in the second round. They didn't have a first round pick because of a Jalen Duren trade a bunch of years ago, and their pick was lottery protected this year. And to shocking basically everybody, they made the playoffs, so Minnesota got to keep that pick. It was very fun to watch the Summer League Pistons because of being able to watch Ron Holland showcase that he is ready for a minutes increase next year. Like Dennis Jenkins was really good for them. But yeah, Cade Cunningham, whose full rookie max extension kicks in next season. They're going to get Jaden Ivey back healthy. And if this team can get leaps from Ivy, Asar Thompson, who's going to be healthy for the first time and not worrying about the blood clot or anything like that, like he was going into year number 2, he could showcase that he is closer to his brother than we all think. You have Ron Holland and you have Jalen Duren, who is still incredibly young because he was the youngest player, I believe, in that 2022 draft class. So this is the lineup that I'm going to construct. I have Cade Cunningham getting 37 minutes tonight. Obviously, I want to play Cade a ton. I think he could win maybe MVP in this video. Big year for Jaden Ivey, because if he does not show that he can work next to Cade in a ceiling raising capacity, we may not extend him at the end of the year, but he will be healthy now. Asar Thompson and Ron Holland and Jalen Duren. So I'm sacrificing a ton of shooting around Cade, but we can get Caris LeVert, Tobias, Stewart, Robinson, and Sasser all minutes as well. Tolu Smith will be on a 2-way. I think same with Jenkins. Maybe Bobby Klintman or Chaz Lanier crack the rotation this year. But let's see. Will this team have the internal development and improvement to kind of ride that momentum they had last year? Or if the East is going to be a little bit more competitive, can they improve on their 45-ish win season last year? So Cade Cunningham is off to a great start this year, averaging 27.5 points and 7.7 assists. And maybe I played Cade too much because unfortunately he did suffer an injury. He had 57, 49, 85 splits. Don't tell me the injury is serious. What is it? Oh my God. Torn right MCL. He's out 1 to 2 months. So yeah, also Dennis Schroeder left them in free agency. He got a lot of money from the Sacramento Kings. I don't love the Duncan Robinson contract, but I am at least intrigued about it because it is not guaranteed in the final year. So Caris LeVert is probably going to enter the starting lineup. We're going to have Ivy be a point guard, which he kind of was coming out of Purdue, and then once they drafted Cade, Ivy kind of became a shooting guard. So that's it's going to be tough to replace those minutes. Now, Marcus Sasser's probably going to play a little bit more. Same with Duncan Robinson. I don't really have like a good veteran backup point guard. Like, do I trust Jenkins? Do I want to give Klintman some minutes? I think I may like give 12 to Lanier and 12 to Jenkins, and then or 11 to Jenkins, and hope somebody can kind of break through. But the Pistons are kind of holding off strong right now. It's January 4th. We have a record of 28-7. We're actually the 1 seed right now in the Eastern Conference. Jaden Ivey kind of showcasing that he should be worth that extension. Jalen Duren's averaging 15 points and 12 rebounds. Caris LeVert shooting 41% from 3. Asar Thompson, about 12.7 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 2.7 stocks a night. Cade Cunningham is back fully healthy, which is great. Jenkins actually wasn't that bad. He shot 38% from 3 and 80% from the free throw line. But I do think I'm going to eliminate him and Lanier from the rotation. So let's go about 23 minutes to LeVert as a 6-man. We'll go back to 14 for Duncan Robinson, who's been good in his role, probably not worth the price tag. We'll go 16 to him. Tobias, not great, but it is an expiring contract. And let's go back to 37 to Cade. How's Holland been this year? 3-point shot is struggling. Yeah, that could be the downfall because 22 from 3, 18 from 3, and Jalen Duren doesn't take 3. So that is something we could look to add at the deadline, but I'm okay just riding this out. And honestly, it looks like we're going to be a top 6 seed again. And honestly, with a 37-14 record at the deadline, with a 6.6 point differential, do we become buyers here? And we do have a massive $26 million expiring contract in Tobias Harris. Now that we gave the Timberwolves the first round pick in the 25 draft, we own all our future first round picks. We could attach $15 million to Duncan Robinson, $15 million of Isaiah Stewart. So we could maybe go out and get somebody intriguing. I'm not sure who though, right? Like obviously I would like somebody that could space the floor, that could be reliable as a 3-point shooter come playoff time, because I mean, Ivy's shooting 33.5%. It's not amazing. Jalen Duren obviously isn't a 3-point shooter. LeVert 37%, but he's been a little bit worse over the last few weeks. I can't trust the Sar shot. I probably can't trust Ron Holland's shot, at least right now. And we did just lose Marcus Sasser for 4 to 6 weeks with an ankle sprain. And I'm interested about this trade with the Pacers. So they have Chris Livingston, but I'd be basically helping the Pacers shed some long-term money, and they'd get my first round pick this year for Obi Toppin. I know it's an in-division trade, but we know that the Pacers, if they wanted to extend Benedict Mathurin and stuff, that they want to get under the tax a little bit more, because the owners or the owner in the past has not wanted to go into the tax. So they'd get Tobias's expiring contract, and we'd give them our first round pick. It's water protected. Gives us a little bit of a hedge. God forbid the second half goes abysmal, but I think we're going to be fine. I get Obi Toppin, who's a good floor spacing 4. I wouldn't mind starting him. He's better than Tobias Harris, and he's played in the NBA Finals before. So I think this makes sense for us, and we are going to do this trade with the Pacers. And it gives us another asset that we could eventually move down the line. So what I think for the second half, I'm going to bench Ron Holland a little bit, and we're going to probably go, well, maybe we'll see a little bit of Bobby Klitman with that injury. So let's go like 10 to Klitman. And then I want to go about 23 minutes at least to Obi Toppin, who's going to be our power forward for the rest of the year. And I think with his athleticism, can be at least serviceable enough defensively, but could be a better three-point shooter than Ron Holland, and I think a better overall player than Tobias Harris. And then at the contract extension deadline, I obviously can't re-sign Jaden Ivey. I could do Asar Thompson. Let's lock up Asar Thompson. 4 years, $88 million, but I'll give him a player option on the last year. And Wemby wins MVP, which could theoretically happen next year, especially if the Spurs have some type of breakout season. Cooper Flagg, 6th man of the year as a rookie, so he obviously won Rookie of the Year. Nemes Keita as a starter, most improved, in Cam Thomas, clutch player of the year. The moment I'm recording this, though, Cam Thomas is not on a team. I wonder how that's going to end up like kind of falling out. But I don't know if it's because of the games missed. Cade Cunningham did not make an All-NBA team as we were the 1 seed. I got to see how many games he missed. We went 55-27, tied for the second best record in the NBA. Cade played 67 games. Maybe he didn't meet like the minutes criteria, because I know there was a little bit of a loophole there, because those are all NBA, at least second team numbers, if not first team. Jaden Ivey ended up with a 58% true shooting, which is right around league average. Double-double this season for Jalen Duren. There's Asar Thompson, 13 points, 6.7 rebounds, 4.3 assists. LeVert, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Ron Holland was a little bit better of a shooter in the second half. And there's Obi, who shot 35 from 3. And we are going to be taking on the Chicago Bulls in the playoffs, a team I should not be scared of. But 2K kind of likes the Bulls, so maybe I will be scared of them a little bit. We'll see what ends up happening. Let's go here to the lineup. Do I want to change much? I don't think Bobby Klitman is going to get minutes. I don't even think I'm going to play Marcus Sasser, even though he did shoot 40 from 3. You know what? Maybe I will play him, but I'm only going to give him like 10 minutes a night. Yeah, we'll do 10 minutes there, 15 to Stewart. We'll go 15 to Duncan Robinson, 18 to Ron Holland, 23 to LeVert. I'm fine with 32 to Duren. We'll go 25 to Obi, and let's go 39 to Cade. So round 1 against Chicago, we do win game 1. Welcome back to the playoffs, Cade. 34, 8, and 9. Game number 2 does go to the Pistons, 132, 113, 38 points for Cade, 5 rebounds and 9 assists. Game 3 goes to Detroit, 116, 104, 22 for Cade. We do end up losing game 5, game 4 by 10. Ivy had 13, Sasser had 13. Oof. Cade only took 6 shots. Kind of crazy. But we are going to gentleman sweep them. We win 127, 119. 25 and 14 for Duren. 20 points for Cade. And we are going to advance here to round number 2 to take on the Orlando Magic. This would be a fun series. 2 extremely physical teams going up against each other. They have everybody healthy, at least on... It looks like, yeah, everybody's healthy, maybe besides Tristan Da Silva, or he's just out of the rotation in general. And we win game 1 by 14. I think this would be a fun matchup between the number 1 pick and the 21 draft in Cade versus the number 1 pick in the 22 draft in Paolo. Who's better? Who's like the better franchise superstar? And Cade got the better of Paolo in game 1. Vice versa in game 2. Oh my God. We went to overtime and we outscored them by 17. 22 points and 5 steals for Asar Thompson. 21 and 15 for Duren. 34, 6, and 13 for Cade. We do lose game 4, though, by 19. Okay, 24 for Ivy, 18 for Cade. We do lose game 3 by 4. Cade with 28, Bane with 25. And we are going to lose in 6. Damn, we got blown out by 25 points here in game number 6. Maybe I should have made some lineup adjustments in round number 2. Ivy was fine, 57 from the field, 34 from 3. Could not hit a free throw. Asar Thompson was pretty good in round number 2. Maybe Karis LeVert was the downfall. Duncan Robinson could not hit a shot to save his life either. And then you have New York and Orlando in the conference finals, OKC and San Antonio, and it's going to be a Knicks Spurs NBA finals. Both of those teams swept, and the Knicks beat the Spurs in 7, even though he lost. Wemby gets finals MVP. There goes LeBron, Chris Paul. Can I override? No. Steph Curry retired. I'm going to override that. Yeah, Philly, you're not getting out of the Paul George retirement just yet. I think Drew could have at least one more year. Same with Jimmy. Same with Clay as well. I'm sure everybody else can retire. Greg Popovich retires. LeBron and CP3 head to the Hall of Fame. Obviously, nobody's getting their jersey retired by the Pistons. So we did give up our first round pick to the Indiana Pacers, which is going to slide in at number 27. So trading the 27th pick for Obi Toppin and the matching salary of Tobias Harris. I'm cool with that. So I will not have a first round pick here, but we do have a ton of seconds. So maybe I could end up trading into the back half of the first round. Like the Knicks have pick 30, the Mavericks have 29. Like, would the Mavericks give me 29? They can't do that. Could the Knicks? Actually, I don't even think the Knicks can give me 30. Okay, they can. And I will give you, let's see, one of your seconds back. And I will give you this. I'll give you 3 second rounders for pick 29. They say yes to that. And I ended up taking, Silas Demery Jr. from UConn, who can maybe replace Marcus Sasser as the backup point guard one day. All right, so let's sign Silas to a guaranteed contract. Not going to do it two-way. We'll pick up the team option on Sasser. I feel like the 40% from 3. I mean, 1.3 turnovers is kind of high for 11 minutes a night, but I think it's an asset we can keep. Clintman, I'll bring back. Laney, I'll bring back. Livingston, I'll bring back. He's still 22. So Ivy's going to get the qualifying offer and Jalen Duren's going to get the qualifying offer. This is where it gets really interesting for Detroit. How do those extensions look like? I feel like Duren's going to want big time money because he's a big time player in 2K. Ivy, if I could kind of lock him into that Anthony Simons, Tower Hero, RJ Barrett extensions, I don't mind that. Because I feel like Asar Thompson will be worth the $22 million. And if he ever develops a shot, he'll be worth $35, $40 million. We have Obi for 2 more years, Duncan for 2 more years because 2K doesn't give him a non-guarantee. I think I'm fine, like, running back this internal development of the squad. Like, we brought in a 3rd point guard option. We can make a trade next year at the deadline. And we still have a ton of flexibility. All our picks going forward. We just got a first rounder this year still. I think I'm going to bring back Duren. I would love to do 5 years, 150. I don't think we can get him on that. So we'll do 5 years, 155, right? So I will take that. And I'll even give him a player option on the last year. So he should accept that. Ivy does have a 4-year 110 from the Hawks, which is a decent amount. I mean, I'll give him the 5th year, but I'm going to front load it and I'll start it at 27 mil. We'll see if he accepts that. He may end up taking the Hawks or a deal, but we'll see. He does get more guaranteed money with us, but it is for an extra year. So I would like to bring both them back, and we do. Duren, 4 years, 124. Ivy, 5 years, 121. I still believe that's going to be somewhat of a tradable contract. And then we could bring back Malik Beasley. I still have no idea what's going on with him. I think I'm fine with the guard depth right now. I think we could try to add maybe another, like a 3rd string center and another front court player. I mean, the 3rd string center does not have to be getting paid anything. Andre Drummond, I mean, if we have to play him, that means like Stewart or Duren gets hurt, but it's cool. I'll bring him back. He's actually, I guess by default, one of the best Detroit Pistons, maybe the best Piston since like the Billups era. I know you have Blake Griffin 2019, but that was just like 1 year, 1.5 years of Blake Griffin. Obviously, Cade is better individually, and so is Blake Griffin than Drummond, but Drummond's up there. Like, I think he's better than Reggie Jackson. He's probably better than Jaden Ivey. I know he just like was kind of empty stats though. And if I was going to bring in another small forward, Zaire Williams is intriguing because of the defense. Kelly Oubre, just bring in the 76ers guys. I think I may sign Josh Green. There's some intriguing options here as well. But I'm going to give Josh Green a 2-year deal. We'll do a full guaranteed 2-year deal. And it's going to be another good depth piece for us. So he's not going to crack the rotation right away, and we get Drummond. So we get Jenkins back on the QO. Cade's up to a 94. Duren's an 87. Ivy's an 86. Everybody kind of goes up. Sasser at 25 regresses. Clintman goes up. Lanier goes up. Livingston goes up. I may need to release somebody before the season starts. Any contract extensions? Stewart, I think we'll hold off on. Sasser we'll definitely hold off on. Can I go into next year? No, I have to cut 2 players. So unfortunately, I think Jenkins is going to be one of them. And I think the other one may end up being probably going to be Chris Livingston. All right, so let's advance to next year's season. It was going to be either Livingston or Clintman. So it's going to be Ivy, Cade, Thompson. I want to start Ron Holland. We're going to have Obi come off the bench with Isaiah Stewart. We're going to go like 31 to Durant, so 17 to Stewart. We'll go about 19 to Obi. Levert can get around 21 minutes a night. He'll be the 6th man. Sasser's going to get around 10 minutes a night. I'm going to start him over Silas to at least start the year. And since Duncan Robinson's getting paid a pretty penny, we'll give him like 14 minutes a night. So that leaves me with 5 minutes left. I mean, Cade getting 36 is good. We'll go 33 there, 29 to Holland, 30 to Asar. We are 3.5-star defense, which I feel like is the identity of this team right now. Obviously, we have some fantastic athletes with like Holland, who I thought was the best athlete in the 24 class, and Asar Thompson, who's probably like tied with his brother as the best athlete from the 23 class. Ivy's off to an incredible start this year. Duran's off to a good start. I think like I need Asar or Holland to take a little bit of a leap this season. All right, so we're here at the deadline with a 35-16 record. We had an injury to Jaden Ivey this year and Obi Toppin, but besides that, we've been pretty solid. Health-wise, we have a 9-point differential. It does feel like there's only 3 good teams in the East: Atlanta, Detroit, and Cleveland. Then there is a noticeable drop-off, and you have the Dallas Mavericks as the top team in the Western Conference. Cade is averaging 24.7 points. Ivy's averaging 18 points on 60% true shooting in about like 8 minutes a night. Duran's averaging 16 and 12. Hell yeah, that's sick. Asar taking a step this year. Just not much of a three-point shooter, which makes him so intriguing. But he's also averaging 5 assists. So at one point, do I make Asar like the point guard, Cade the shooting guard, but Cade can still be obviously the primary ball handler? LeVert's been solid enough. He's in the last year of his deal. We could try to leverage that in a trade. Obi's got 2 years left, and he's been a good three-point shooter. Josh Green's got some playing time. Chaz Lanier, 42% from 3. He was a good three-point shooter at Tennessee. And Duncan Robinson's been efficient this year. So is Sasser. I think we could try to make a trade, but I don't really know what it would be for. I guess it would be for maybe a 6-man. Holland's been good. He's been an elite free throw shooter. I do think the three-point shot can eventually come around. Like, I'm somewhat intrigued about helping Denver shed a little bit of long-term money. I would trade them LeVert and Robinson in the second for Caleb Martin and Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon would be a great athlete next to Jalen Duren. He's 31 years old. He's a good three-point shooter. He only is, does he have 2 years or does he have a third-year option? Oof, I can't do that. Because I'm not really looking for like a top scorer. I don't really need that. Eason would be intriguing, but he's just making too much money right now. Collins making a lot. I thought about DeAndre Hunter. I feel like he could be a good stretch for on this team, but he got extended by Cleveland yet again. Buy low on Jeremy Sohan. Kuminga, he's injured. I thought about Bobby Portis, but now we're getting into a tier where it's not much better than what we got currently. Filipowski, like I wouldn't hate, but I'd probably have to give up like a decent asset, I'd assume. Like I'm not moving Ron Holland or Asar. Yeah, like it's going to cost me too much, which makes sense. He's a really good player. Herb Jones, I don't really love as a stretch 4. I don't know if there's like a difference maker, so I think we're going to just move into the second half with what we got right now. And Wemby goes back with the MVPs back-to-back. Cameron Boozer, Phoenix Rookie of the Year. DeBance, 6 Man of the Year. These two should not have gone to those teams. Should have been like Washington. I think Memphis, respectfully. Edgecombe, most improved. Luka always signs with the Wizards. I mean, I guess they're one of the few teams with cap space in 2026, but still, I feel like he's going to sign that extension with the Lakers when he's eligible. I think it's like August 2nd or 3rd. Trae Young, all NBA second team, but for the Chicago Bulls. So I guess Josh Giddey isn't there anymore. What does Cade Cunningham need to do, man? It's disrespectful at this point. I know Cade got hurt, but we ended up as the 1 seed, 57-25. Ended the season on a 10-game winning streak, 9.5 point differential. What did Cade average this year? 24 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists on a 65.8% true shooting. I don't get it. So Jalen Duren got hurt late in the year. He was having a monster year. He tore his left hamstring, so he's at least out the first series. Maybe he'd be back in round 2. We are going to have Drummond get like 10 minutes a night. Monster rebounder, we know that. But we're going to have Stewart get in there. Honestly, maybe we go, like we probably will go 30 to Stewart, 18 to Drummond. And that will be the center rotation. Chaz Lanier kind of struggled towards the end of the year, so he's not going to play. And I don't think I'm going to play Duncan Robinson either for the playoffs. So we're going to go 40 to Cade. Jaden Ivey, pretty good year, still like 34 from 3. I guess the efficiency somewhat dropped this year, but we'll stick it at 33. I'd like to go 35 to Asar. And honestly, let's see what we can get out of Ron Holland. Let's go 33 minutes a night to Ron. So we're taking on the Knicks in round number 1, the team that won it all last year. Picked up Jeremy Sohan on the minimum and added AJ DeBanza. I don't know how they were an 8 seed, but they could definitely beat us in round 1. We had a nice fourth quarter comeback there. Cade, 38 points in game 1. We do lose game 2 by 19. 24 for Asar. Game 3 goes to the Knicks, 121-104. Brunson with 23. Cade with 24. Holland, he's been fine throughout the first 3 games. LeVert, I thought about upgrading that spot at the deadline. We'll see if it comes back to bite me. Cade, 30 points. Pretty good efficiency, 9 of 9 from the free throw line. Asar, 50% from 3, 8 of 22 from the field. We win game 5. Look at that. A 40-point victory, 38 for Cade, 25 for Ivy, 24 for LeVert, and we win in 6, 122-95. Ron Holland, star-making performance, 27 points here in game number 6, a triple-double. Oh my God, for Asar Thompson. I know he wasn't the most efficient, but that is a series I will definitely take. He averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. We're taking on the Toronto Raptors here in round number 2. 2021 Rookie of the Year, draft class player, and Scotty Barnes versus Cade Cunningham. Cade gets the better of the two in game 1. 56 combined between our backcourt. Game 2 goes to the Pistons. 129-98. 37 minutes for Ron Holland, and he drops 22 points. Game 3 goes to Toronto, so we are not going to go up 3-0. Cade drops 39. Isaiah Stewart, 2 of 11. He's been struggling somewhat. Game 4 goes to Toronto. 52 combined between Barnes and Ingram. I don't know how. I guess quickly may have gotten hurt. Campaign is playing 27 minutes a night. Asar had a nice game here. All right, on to game 5, in which we do win. All right, 132-118. We are 1 game away from going to the conference finals. Please. Nope, we are going to a game 7. They beat us by 2. I've thought about not playing Sasser here. Oh, man, this is brutal. LeVert's been struggling. I think, all right, for game 7, I think we're going to go 10 to Sasser, still fine. I'm going to lower LeVert's minutes to like 15 a night. I'm going to lower Stewart's minutes to 26. This is crazy. I'm going to really have to rely on these guys a ton. And I'll go a little bit more to Drummond. All right, here we go. Game 7. This is the biggest game of a lot of these guys' career. We have a monster first half, and we are going to advance to the conference finals. The lineup adjustments worked. We win 134-86, 22 for Cade, 22 for Thompson, and we're taking on the Atlanta Hawks here in round number 3. Cade was a monster there in the conference semis. So they don't have Trey, and they made it to the conference finals. Kobe Buffkin is their starting one. They have Jabari Smith Jr. and Derek Queen coming off the bench. Okay, I guess they traded for Derek Queen before the season started. 105-101 victory. Cade goes off. We lose game 2. Cade with 40. This would have been cool if they had, obviously they've reset Shea, but if they had, what's his name? Trey Young. Trey versus Cade is like best point guard in the East right now, and we are down 2-1. Jalen Johnson had a monster performance. Game 4, we end up winning this one in overtime, 132-127, 34 for Cade and Asar, 68 combined. All right, game 5 goes to Detroit. We are 1 game away from the NBA Finals. Cade only played 26 minutes and had 2 fouls. Don't tell me he's injured. Oh my God, severe left ankle sprain. He's out for the playoffs. Oh man. All right, well, Jalen Duren is back. He was probably back a little bit before that. Well, that sucks. Cade was having a historic run. Look at that efficiency. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna start Ivy at the 1. Well, Vert's playing a little bit better. We're gonna get him in there. We're obviously gonna start Jalen Duren, and we'll probably get a bench Andre Drummond. I'm thinking about getting Duncan Robinson back in the rotation. We're gonna go 8. Actually, I'm gonna go 16 to Stewart because I'm gonna go 32 to Duren. Man, we'll go 20. You know what? I need shooting. I need consistent shooting. So let's get Duncan Robinson. All right, I'm asking a lot out of him just to like step on the floor. Let's go 23 to LeVert. We'll go 23 to Toppin, 16 to Stewart, maybe 13 to Sasser. And let's go about 24 to Robinson, 1 more to Asar, who's been incredible. How's Ron Holland been in the playoffs overall? Pretty good. Free throw percentage is great. Still struggles sometimes with his outside shot. Can we go to the finals? No, we lose game 6 by 18 without Cade. 28 for Holland, 25 for Ivy. Here we go. Game 7 without Cade. We won game 7 last round, but we had Cade. We got off to a great start. Outscored them by 11 in the first. Then they outscored us by 20 and then by 11. And I just knocked my mic there. As we're probably going to lose this 4th quarter. Yep, we end up losing. That sucks. Ron Holland at 28. I do believe if we had Cade Cunningham, we'd be in the NBA Finals going up against the Mavericks, who just swept the Atlanta Hawks anyway. It's funny that both those teams had studs from the 2018 draft class in Trey and Luka. Neither one of them is there now, but they both made it to the finals. KD, Harden, Paul George. There goes Andre Drummond. He retires. Low key, are we going to retire Andre Drummond's number? If we won a finals this year, maybe. But no, we are not going to retire his number. That would be hilarious. And obviously, we're not going to have a first round pick here. A lottery pick. Our first rounder is going to be at number 29. We're going to keep Biggerstaff as the head coach. We should have a little bit of financial flexibility this offseason. We have the Stewart $15 million team option. We have expirings in Robinson and Obi. All right, so I ended up taking somebody by the name of Claude Ramsey with our first round pick. There's Art Love, the number 1 pick out of UCLA. So Ramsey is a 70 overall at 19, a 6'4 shooting guard from UNLV. And we got Phil Barrett, an 18-year-old from Duke, 6'6 power forward at pick 35. I think I'm going to, because Stewart would definitely command less in free agency, but I think I'm actually going to pay him that just so we can think about including him in a trade. We'll see. Holland and Klitman will pick those up on. Lanier and Sasser, I will give the qualifying offers to. So we're a team, like LeVert's a free agent. He may actually, wow, he's got some suitors, Pelicans and the Hawks. We don't really have a big exception at all. Like I could get Corey Kispert. You know what? Let me offer Corey Kispert a deal. I'm going to give him a 2-year deal worth almost $12 million. And then I'm probably going to look to move Duncan Robinson. I know he's not the player he used to be, but he's got 50 million left on the deal, which is kind of a lot. But I don't think it would cost me a lot to get Zach LaVine to be a 6-man. I think an upgrade over LeVert next year. I would start off with Duncan Robinson. We would be off by 4 million. I may have to wait until I get like Marcus Sasser back. He was somebody I could have included in this deal. Like, let's say I did Klintman, Robinson, and Josh Green, as well as my lottery protected first round pick this year for Zach LaVine. They're going to say yes to that. I like that upgrade for us. I think that's going to give us a nice scoring punch. And God forbid there's an injury, he can kind of be a shooting guard in, I don't know, Cade's been hurt a couple times now, so we could have that going for us. We're probably going to get Sasser back on the QO. We are going to let LeVert walk now, and I definitely want to bring back Chaz Lanier. I mean, shout out to LeVert having some suitors at 32 years old. That makes me happy. And I'm going to bring back Marcus Sasser. He's been here for a while. We can give him the most money. Lanier actually got a deal, oh wow, from the Rockets, and Sasser gets a deal from the Nuggets. We're going to match a 2-year, $10 million deal for Sasser and that $1 million deal for Lanier. So clearly they were watching us in the conference finals, wanting some of our guys. I'm going to just bring in like Marvin Bagley, former Piston, here on a 1-year deal just to have some, or basically be our third string center. So I didn't move Stewart. We're going to keep Toppin in the contract year. Holland, I'm probably going to move his overall. It's going to go up to an 84 at the small forward position. And I essentially replaced Duncan Robinson with Corey Kispert if needed. So Cade, I guess because of the injury, regresses a little bit. LaVine regresses, but I think in a scaled back role. He's still a little overpaid, but I think could be a good player for us. And then any contract extensions, Ron Holland, let's give him $100 million over 4 years. I should have given him a 5th year, actually. Toppin, we can wait on. Stewart, we can wait on as well. All right, so this is going to be, well, we'll figure out the rotation. Cade, Ivy, Asar, Holland at the 4. I definitely want LaVine as the 6th man. So we're going to go 18 to Toppin, 23 to LaVine. We can do about 18 to Stewart. Sasser, probably... Honestly, I may just see what Silas can do throughout the regular season, and we can maybe get Kispert in there. So let's go like 10 to Kispert, 10 to Silas, and then 7 more minutes for the starters. Let's go 36 to Cade, 33 to Ivy, 32 to Duren. We'll do 30 to the forwards. 3.5-star defense, and let's see how the 2028 campaign finishes up. We are 4-0 right now. 35 a night for Cade Cunningham. All right, so we are 32 and 17 at the deadline. We're the 2 seed here. As shout out to the Pacers, they're 37 and 13. They ended up getting DeAndre Ayton after all. Funny how that works. All right, they've had just a lot of internal development. Johnny Furphy's been a good option for them. So we look at the team. Cade's averaging around 23 points a night. Ivy 17. Duren about 14 and a half and 11. Holland is taking some steps this year, right? Pretty good field goal percentage, pretty good free throw percentage. It's just that 3-point percentage we can't, I don't know, do anything with. Same with him and Asar. I mean, it's kind of unplayable. Like it's tough to play them both on playoff series. LaVine's been pretty good. I would say as a 6-man option for us. Isaiah Stewart can't miss a shot this year. Marvin Bagley got some playing time with the Stewart injury. Toppin has been a little bit down this year, but I like what we got. I think I'm glad I got Silas some minutes, but I think for the second half, I'm going to play Sasser over Demer. He's just probably I could trust a little bit more in the playoffs. And we are going to finish the season, I believe, as the 2 seed. We did lose Jaden Ivey for the last couple of weeks of the year. I'm not sure if he's going to be healthy for the start of the playoffs. We'll see. No Cade Cunningham on an All-NBA team. Why is 2K doing this to me? Asar Thompson, all defensive second team. We ended the season as a 2 seed. We're going to go up against the 7-seeded Cavs in round number 1. And Jaden Ivey is day-to-day right now. So we'll probably have LaVine start at the 2. Yeah, we're not going to play Chaz Lanier for the playoffs, which means Obi. Honestly, I'm just going to stick with the 9-man rotation until we get Ivy back, which might be like game 3. So let's go 40 to Cade. We can go 33 to Duren. Let's go 34 to Holland and Thompson. And honestly, we can go like 34 to LaVine. And then we'll go a little bit more to Corey Kispert, all until Ivy's back. We do win game 1, 122-103. LaVine, 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists. We do lose game 2, though, by 18. Cade did not really play all that well in this game. Do we get Ivy back? Still day-to-day with the ankle sprain. We win game 3, 127-98, 26, 7, and 13 for Cade, 25, 9, and 5 for Asar. Game 4 goes to Cleveland by 11. Cade had 30 points in 42 minutes. And Jaden Ivey is back. So what I may do is just like 10 to Kispert. Let's go 10 to Sasser. We could do about 18 at Obi. And then how many do I want to get to LaVine here? Just because I'm probably going to go like 15 to Stewart. And then maybe we end up going like, we'll go 30 to Holland, 32 to Thompson, 33 there. Yeah, I can go about 19 at LaVine for now. Game 5 goes to Detroit. I mean, back-to-back years, really tough round 1 matchups. Last year with the Knicks, this year against Cleveland. And we're going to a game 7. Cade had 35, Holland had 21. I mean, going to game 7 as a 2 seed is not encouraging. If we lose this one, I'm going to feel like it's a setback. And it's a setback, damn it. Oh, we were up 3-2. 57 combined between Cade and Asar. But we just, another year. Oh, man, we went backwards. We were in the conference finals last year. Ivy, I know he was coming back from an injury, but he struggled. Ron Holland really struggled there in round number 1. Levine, I honestly think was fine enough for us. Obviously, we asked him to do a lot with the Ivy injury. Kasperi Shakuchonis is a conference finals MVP in a rematch of 2011. The same winner prevails as the Mavericks swept the Miami Heat. So on to another offseason. I just saw Tobias Harris retire. I do not think we're going to be retiring his number. And we do have to give the Kings our 26th overall pick from the Zach LaVine trade. So Bickerstaff, do we feel like he has hit his ceiling on this team? I'm thinking about it. So obviously if I can get Spoelstra, I'm going to offer JJ Redick, Quinn Snyder a deal, Ime Udoka a deal, Steve Kerr a deal, and then Bickerstaff. Honestly, I'll offer Budenholzer a deal. Maybe we are going to go in a different direction. And we get at least one of Budenholzer, Udoka, Redick, and Quinn Snyder. Let's go. Who do I want here? I mean, JJ's kind of have the best ratings, or Quinn Snyder. Budenholzer has good ratings too. Let's go Quinn Snyder to be the next Pistons head coach. Because yeah, Bickerstaff made us respectable again. Maybe this is our Tibbs to Mike Brown version. So we had a bunch of second rounders. I took Jeffrey Parks, a 6'6" forward out of Central Oklahoma. Abraham Love, I think 8. Isn't that the same name of the guy that was the number 1 pick last year? And Abe Jamison there at 56. Silas Demery and Phil Barrett, we will pick up those options on. And Chaz Lanier will get the qualifying offer. So do I want to think about trading away a Ron Holland this offseason? Do I think that Holland and Thompson cannot work well? And sometimes Ivy could be a streaky shooter. So I'm going to bring back Isaiah Stewart, 2 years, 27, and Obi, 2 years, 16. We'll see what center I end up bringing back, but I would not mind bringing back Chaz Lanier. And then my third string center next year will be Mo Wagner on a 2-year deal. I am going to trade away Marcus Sasser to Golden State for a future top 3 protected first round pick and taking a flyer onto Hod Pettiford. I also have to give up Abraham Love in that deal as well. So I think I might say goodbye to Chaz Lanier. I mean, if he wants to take up, like, I don't think he's going to crack the rotation, but he could end up just taking the last spot in the rotation. So I'll give him a 2-year deal with a team option next year. So I'll pay him a little bit more and he'll accept that. All right, so Cade's a 93. We've had some unfortunate injury luck the last few years. This might be the last hoorah I give it with this core. I kind of used JB Bickerstaff as the scapegoat last year. This year, though, I'm not going to use Quinn Snyder as the scapegoat. It's going to be the players. So we're going to figure out who works and who doesn't next to us. I do need to release 2 players. I think probably Abe Jamison, who I drafted 56. I should have converted to a 2A. Dan Pettiford got hurt in Summer League. I mean, I'm thinking about releasing him. Yeah, I'm going to release Pettiford, the former. Can I really not release an injured player? That is also, like, why can't you trade injured players? Why can't you release injured players? I don't really want to release Phil Barrett. I still think he could be all right. So I'm going to just remove the injury of Pettiford and then release him. All right, so it's going to be Cade, Ivy, Asar. Maybe we have Holland as a 6-man this year. So let's go Obi at the 5, 22 minutes a night. We can go Duran, or Obi at the 4, excuse me. Asar and Ivy will be the guards. We're going to go like 18 to Levine, 26 to Ron Holland. Let's go 30 to these guys, 36 to Cade. Leaving me 3 minutes here off the bench. We can go about 17 to Stewart. So Levine will be in front of him, 14 to Kispert. And then the final 16, I think I want to go 12 to Demery. And I know it's just 4 minutes a night, but let's just sprinkle them in for Claude Ramsey, a former first rounder. I believe he was a first rounder. We're going to start the season 3-1, make that 4-2. If we don't make it to the NBA Finals this year, I'm not going to say it's finals or bust, but unless it's like a game 6 or 7 loss in the ECF, if we don't go that far, we're going to have some major switches. Maybe at the end of the year, if I can't believe in this team, maybe at the deadline. All right, so we're here at the trade deadline. It doesn't feel like we're a tier 1 East team right now. I mean, we've had an injury to Asar Thompson, and now, unfortunately, Ron Holland broke his left leg. Jaden Ivey's having his best 3-point shooting season yet. He's been here for 7 years. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to make a blockbuster trade right now with one of the young guys. I think I'm going to just trust this team, and everybody basically but Levine and Kispert are under contract into the offseason. Guys we could bring back, but guys we could also let walk. So I don't think I'm going to re-sign Levine. I don't think so. All right, so Cooper Flagg ends up winning MVP. Rasheer Fleming, after all these years, Rookie of the Year for the Pacers. Spurs take home some awards. Danny Wolf is your most improved. Jalen Green, Clutch Player of the Year. So you have Flagg, Luka, Jokic, Ja, and AJ on first team. Here's all NBA second team. Cade's been snubbed every single year. I think I saw Danny Wolf on an all defensive team. Okay, so we ended up as the 5 seed, our lowest seeding in quite some time. We finished with a 46-36 record, which is pretty much what the 2025 Pistons finished up with. Holland had another major injury, but it does look like he will be good to go for the playoffs. I mean, now he's elite at the rim, an elite free throw shooter. He just can't hit threes. I don't know what to do with him going forward. He is a very unique player, so I don't think Silas Demery is going to play in the playoffs. Chaz Lanier was actually pretty good for us this year, so I think he's going to carve out a role. He's going to get like 12 minutes in the playoffs. I do want to give Holland, I don't know, actually. Levine's going to get like 17 with Stewart. Kispert can get 13 with Lanier. Holland is going to get 26 minutes, or we'll do 24 to Holland, 24 to Obi, and then let's go 38 to Cade, 33 to Ivy. We're taking on Miami here, who I believe they were in the NBA Finals last year. They have De'Aaron Fox, Yaku Jonas, and they have Tahad Pettiford, who probably wants revenge against us. 49 combined between, or excuse me, 49 between Duren and Cade. This could be the last dance with this team, so hopefully they go out strong. We're up 3-0, and we end up gentlemen sweeping the Miami Heat. Let's go. All right, we're all healthy. This is good. Cade, I need a monster performance to catapult me to the NBA Finals, or Conference Finals. And we're taking on the Bucks, who normally I'm not scared of, but they have Mikal Brown Jr., Shaedon Sharpe, Brandon Miller, Giannis, and Miles Turner. That is a 6 starting 5, and they could 100% beat us. We win game 1. Game 2, we do win this one. Okay, so we are 6-1 in the playoffs right now. Can we go up 3-0 for the second straight series? We cannot. We gave up 143 points. Game 4 goes to Detroit. Do not blow a 3-1 lead. Jaden Ivey fouled out, but had 25 points in 25 minutes. And Jalen Duren gets hurt. Every single year, somebody ends up getting banged up. So I don't think Wagner's going to play a ton, but he'll probably split minutes there with Isaiah Stewart. How bad is the Duren injury? He is out for 4 to 6 weeks, so not the season, but close to it. We end up dropping game 5 by 2 points without him. Game 6, we do win, though. So we are back in the conference finals. We won by 1. Cade had 33 and 11. We're taking on the Atlanta Hawks, a team that beat us in 7 a couple years ago. And Cade is looking for revenge because Cade got injured against them. They have Caden Boozer, Daniels, Risa Shea Newell, Misi. Okay, this team looks a lot different. They don't have Jalen Johnson anymore. They don't have a Kungwu. They do have Jalen Johnson, but he is hurt. So we are without Duren for probably this series. They are going to be without Bronny and Jalen Johnson for like a game or two, and they still win game 1 by 2. Oh, boy. All right, that sucks. Game 2, we do win this one by 1 point. Jalen Johnson probably is going to be back next game. Get Cade some help after that. Oh, boy. Game 3 goes to Detroit. We win by 6. There we go. Levine, 15 points in 17 minutes. He's not been great in the playoffs. Jalen Johnson is back. And we go up 3-1. We scored 51 points in the fourth quarter. And unless we blow a 3-1 lead, we are going to the NBA Finals. We get blown out in game number 5. Game 6, we do win. Okay, what the... Look at Cooper Flagg's stat line. 48 points, 13 rebounds, 5.5 assists. Can we chill? Why does he need to do that? That is just unnecessary. He's just aura farming at this point. There is no need for that. As we are here in the NBA Finals, though, going up against the Mavericks. First time making it to the Finals, so maybe saved a year or two for this core. We'll get Duren back at the end of it. How do I want to adjust in the playoffs here? Chaz Lanier, he's hit his 3, struggled from 2. I'm fine with him still playing. I think I may lower Levine's minutes to like 13 a night. Holland's been pretty good. I think we're going to bump up Ivy and Asar a little bit. Game 1 goes to Detroit. Boys, we are 3 games away from the NBA crown. I'm scared. Game 2, nobody said it was going to be easy, right? Oh my God, Cooper Flagg, stop. 46 points. 22 for Ivy, 20 for Cade. Levine was fine. Game 3 goes to Dallas. They win game 4 here. It's not going to feel good. Jalen Duren, I'm not going to rush him back, and we go down 3-1. We get blown out by 18. Cooper Flagg had 48 points and 16 rebounds. All right, I guess I'll rush Duren back. So let's get him in here. He'll play 28 minutes a night. Let's start. They want me to start. You know what? We'll do something a little bit different. Let's go double big here. I'm going to bench Levine just for some defense. And then let's play Stewart and Duren 33 a night. I'm going to try to hope that double big lineup works, but we'll see. Game 5. It maybe worked. We won by 3. Cooper Flagg had 46 and 21. What is this performance? Can we force a game 7? Can we win game 6 at home to force a game 7? We had a solid first half. Blow it in the third. We're only down by 3 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. And oh my God, boys. 40-26 in the fourth. Cade with a superstar making performance. Jalen Duren. Okay, the double bigs may have worked. Plus 23 for Duren. Plus 24 for Isaiah Stewart. Okay, this is on the road. Game 7. I need Cade to show up. Let me actually bench whoever's not playing well here. So Asar can't hit a shot. Mo Wagner couldn't hit a shot. Kispert can't hit a shot. All right, so Asar, I'm going to go to 28. We're going to bench Corey Kispert. Maybe we get Levine back in here to play 13. Wayneer can get 13. I'm going to go 35 to Duren and Stewart. Oh my God, can we do this? Here we go. Let's see if we can win on the road. Don't get blown out, because then we're down by 10. I'm scared they can go on a run right now. Please, how does Cooper Flag have 17? All right, we stay alive there. We're only down by 7. It could be a lot worse. Chaz Lanier has hit a couple big threes in this game. Duren's a plus 10. Obi's a minus 14. Can we not play him 17 minutes then? Quinn, please. Down by 14. This isn't looking good. We need to go on a run. It's now or never. Down by... it's over. Damn it. All right, we ended up losing by 12. We had a strong third quarter, but just an abysmal... a strong fourth, but an abysmal third. And we could not complete the 3-1 comeback. Dallas wins it all, and Cooper Flag is your finals MVP. Put up 38 points. Get out of here. So Kyrie and Steph end up going to the Hall of Fame. And I think we own our first round pick this year. It is going to be at number 20, so a little bit higher than years past. Cade is entering in a contract year, but he's going to get a nice extension from us this offseason. Okay, so I'm going to shed a little bit of money here. I'm going to trade 3 seconds in Obi's expiring contract, who was good here for 3.5 years. I'm going to get Precious Achiuwa, just another body. Probably going to be the 3rd string center next year. And I'm going to get a future first rounder here, which I believe is pick 17 in the 2029 draft. Marshall Bell. Yeah, this guy may run the league very soon. Okay, so our 2 first-round picks at 17, I took Randy Forte, who's a little bit of an undersized center, but hey, Isaiah Stewart's an undersized center, could work out. Nitsi Garay from Hungary here with the 20th overall pick. Chaz Lanier picking up that team option. Silas for 6.5, probably not. Ramsey, I'll pick it up for 3.8, and Parks for 2.27, I'm going to let walk. Qualifying offers, I'll give Phil Barrett the qualifying offer, sure. And then we could bring back Levine. I never really had a mid-level exception in this video. Just kind of brutal. Like, I don't know who's getting that right now. Maybe it's Isaiah Stewart. Maybe it's Asar Thompson that's getting it baked into his deal. So I'm going to bring back Levine, but it's going to be on a 1+1 with a team option to give us a little bit more control. I would like to bring back Kispert if I can as well, on a 1-year deal. So let's bring back Levine and Kispert. You know what? Let's bring back an old friend, Marcus Sasser. 2-year deal worth $12 million. And I'm going to give the minimums to Isaiah Joe and Julian Champagnie. We'll get Phil Barrett on the qualifying offer. Player progression, Duren regresses a little bit. Holland regresses a little bit. Levine goes up. And I do need to release a couple guys, so I'm actually going to release Champagnie. I'm going to release, I don't know if I want to do Phil Barrett or Claude Ramsey. I'm going to release Isaiah Joe. And then do I have to release one more? I do. It's probably not going to be Mo. It could be Achiuwa, but he's got 2 years left on the deal. Maybe it is going to be... Oh, man, I really don't know. Maybe Mo Wagner, because Forte could be the 3rd string center. But I also kind of want to start... You know what? It's going to be Phil Barrett. I think I'm actually going to start Stewart and Duren, and we're going to go double big in the regular season with Ron Holland being like the full-time 6th man. Because, hey, Isaiah Stewart can shoot, man. So we're going to go Stewart and Duren at the 4-5. We're going to go, like, 17 minutes a night to Levine, 26 to Holland. We can go 26 to Stewart. We can go 30 to Duren. I don't think Achiuwa is going to crack the rotation. He could technically replace Obi Toppin, but no, we're going to have this be the bench unit right now. So we're going to go 37 to Cade, 34 to Ivy, 34 to Thompson. We can go 30 to Stewart, and we can go 2 more to Zach Levine. So we got ball handlers. We got some size off the bench. Actually, wait, no. So since I'm doing Stewart at the 4, I kind of need more of a reliable big coming off the bench. So let's go something like this. And then I'm going to go 8 minutes a night. We'll go to Precious here. If it's too much for Forte, 4 stars. And then we can potentially throw in Wagner if Precious ain't great. But we get off to a 3-6 start. All right. Don't make me feel bad about the double big. And we are 35-17 at the deadline, taking advantage of the weaker East. The Pelicans are really good in the West. I don't know about Jace Richardson at the 3, but interesting. They have a lot of 2025 draft picks. Cooper Flag is with Jan Hansen over there in Dallas. So we're taking a look at the stats here on the season. Cade is dropping 21.5 points, 8 assists. Ivy about 18 points, 48-39 splits. Asar 50% from the field, 15, 17, and 5. Duren 15 and 11. Holland 13 and 5. Stewart 11 and 8. I think the efficiency will be better in the second half. Chaz Lanier has been an absolute stud for us. And we're going to make an in-division trade here. Not much of a facilitator, but I think could be a really good 6-man. I'm going to get Cam Thomas, and it's not for the minimum. It's 3 years, $47 million remaining. So I'm going to trade Kispert, Levine, and 2 future first-round picks in this NBA draft. 1 from Golden State, one from us. And I'm also getting Igor Milicic in this trade as well, who's got 2 years left on the deal. I actually really like this deal for us. And the Bucks are 5 games under 500, so it makes sense for them to recoup a little bit of draft capital going forward. So, yeah, I guess towards the end of the year, I'm going to try to get Cam Thomas a decent amount of playing time. I'd like to try out Igor into the lineup. I'm going to bench Precious, who's, I mean, not really shooting a whole lot, right? So maybe I end up going like 31 to Ivy. We'll do 28 to Asar, 25 there to Stewart. I gotta do 25 to Cam Thomas as well. And we'll do about 14 to Milicic. So we are 4-star perimeter centric. Let's go to pace and space, which is going to be 3.5 stars. And we'll see how this team can finish out this year. Oh, yeah, let's give Cade a massive $200 million extension. Forgot to do that. All right, so Cooper Flagg wins MVP. Marshall Bell, Rookie of the Year, that #1 pick to Indiana. Men Thompson, Depoy. Derek Queen, I guess, back in Chicago. Most improved. Okay, so Cameron Boozer, All-NBA first team. Cade Cunningham, finally. Maybe he's made it before and I just missed it. But no, that's actually his first All-NBA team in the video. He makes All-NBA second team in his age 28 season. And we recaptured that 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Milwaukee made it out of the play-in tournament with a 37-45 record. We went 56-26. Cade finished with 23 points. What? This really happened in game 82. Oh my God. Asar Thompson breaks his right foot. He is out for the playoffs. Well, there goes my best defender. Oh my God, man. All right. Well, I guess we can't catch a break. I think this is pretty simple. I think it's just going to get, yeah, Holland into the starting lineup. Cam Thomas is the 6th man. Chaz Lanier can get 18 minutes a night. Milicic was actually not that bad. He can get like 15. I don't mind the double big lineup. I don't think I'm going to play. Well, okay, good thing Jalen Duren is healthy again. So let's get Duren in there playing 33. We'll go 28 to Stewart. Let's go 30 to Holland, 40 to Cade, 33 to Ivy. And then I got about 8 more minutes. We can go like 18 to Milicic, and we can go about 23. No, let's go 27 to Cam Thomas, who could be an X factor. Oh my God, Milwaukee won game 1. Oh my God, Levine, don't do this to me. Oh my God, no way, Levine. No way, this man is averaging 33 in the first. Oh my God, are you freaking kidding me? No way. We sent Levine to Milwaukee, and he's just going to go nuclear against us. Oh my God, they swept us. Well, I guess that goes to show you how important Asar Thompson was. Oh my God. All right, double big lineup was not the move. Even though Stewart did average a double-double and shot 37 from 3. Damn, that sucks so much. Cade was horrible in round 1. Oh my God. So the Pelicans and the Wizards make it to the NBA Finals, and Luka and the Wizards beat Darren Peterson and Zion and the Pelicans. Wow. Man, that kind of set my confidence back. Really did. There goes Duncan Robinson, a Pistons legend. Joel Embiid retires. We're going into the year 2031. So the Bucks will get the 20th pick from us and the 27th pick, and they also have the 15th pick. So they will have 3 first-rounders. I can't believe they beat us. So I took Leo Roberts here in the second round. The #1 pick is Ryan Peterson. To the Blazers, Jalen Duren and Asar Thompson both opt out of their deals. I'll probably shouldn't have picked up Claude Ramsey on that either way. Let's work out extensions, definitely for Asar. We just saw how valuable he was. I'm going to give Duren a 3-year extension worth about $90 million. Chaz Lanier, I'm going to give a 3-year deal to on the minimum. And Isaiah Stewart, I will sign after the first day here. We'll give him a 3-year deal. So we actually had cap space to sign most of these guys, which is pretty sweet. I'm going to sign some former Denver Nuggets just to be end of the bench guys. Michael Porter Jr. 1, and if I can get him, Aaron Gordon the other. I finally get him. I'm also going to sign Ryan Kalkbrenner if I can to a 2-year deal worth $11 million to be the 3rd string center. And I'm going to trade Precious Achiuwa and Claude Ramsey to the Bucks for 2 second-rounders. I know they knocked us out, but they're going to help us and give us 2 seconds for some salary relief. And the Hawks wanted to give us 2 seconds for Leo Roberts, who we just drafted in the late second. So we're going to do that. And I still may need to cut some guys before the season starts. Actually, just kidding. We are good. Man, I've kept Ivy. I've kept Holland. I've kept Asar. I've kept Duren. I've kept Stewart. So many OGs. Please get me a ring this year. I don't mind starting Igor Milicic. We'll have Thomas and Holland come off the bench. Stewart as well. Even Kalkbrenner and Sasser can get some minutes. Like we have Gary, we have Forte, Gordon, Porter. I kind of like Lanier to get minutes. Yeah, we'll give him 6 for now. We could actually make a big deadline deal, which I guess we did that last year, right? For Cam Thomas, who was hurt already. Jalen Duren. All right, so we're going to win 50 games again this year. I'm just knocking on wood. Hopefully nobody gets hurt come playoff time, but yep, there we go. Spoke too soon. Cam Thomas just got hurt like twice now in the second half. And we are going to finish the season with a 61-21 record. Cooper Flagg, MVP, City Gay, Rookie of the Year. Conor Murray Boyle, 6th man. Amen Depoy, Most Improved Chris Sinak. Jeremiah Fears, Clutch Player of the Year. And Quinn Snyder gets Coach of the Year for, I believe, the first time here. Cade Cunningham back-to-back All-NBA second team appearances. And we are the 1 seed taking on the 8-seeded Sixers post Embiid here in round number 1. They have Edgecombe, Maxey, Okongwu, Cam Whitmore is there as well. We do have Cam Thomas back for the playoffs, which is good. We're at full strength. So Kalkbrenner, not a bad third option, but I don't think I'm going to play him for the playoffs. Obviously, Cam Thomas is going to play. Chaz Lanier, pretty good shooter. He's going to play a decent amount. So let's go 16. Michael Porter Jr., I gave some playing time towards the end of the year. He was not great. So this is going to be the 4-man bench unit. We're going to go 15 to Lanier, 17 to Stewart. We're going to go 24 to Thomas, 24 to Holland, 31 to Duren. Miletic, we're going to keep... Actually, we'll go 28. I'd rather play Asar 34, and let's go 37 to Cade. Just please beat Philly in round 1. Oh my God, we won in 7. Why is this team not good? I don't know, man. I thought after losing in the finals in Game 7 like a year ago, we were going to be fine going forward. We're taking on Washington, led by Luka and Bob Aldridge, former 8th overall pick. Looks like a beast. And they also have Bam at the 4. Bobby Klintman is starting at the 3. No freaking way. Look at that. We win Game 1, lose Game 2, win Game 3, lose Game 4, win Game 5, lose Game 6, and we win Game 7. Oh my God, we literally went back-to-back in that series. Okay, so we're in the conference finals a year after getting eliminated in round 1, but we got to take on Sheldon Richards. Looks pretty good. Mikal Bridges and the Bulls. What? Why did... San Antonio... Oh my God. Wait. San Antonio really didn't match a Wemby. Oh my God. Or no. We're at the point where Wemby was an unrestricted free agent? No freaking way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Wow. He just got a 3-year deal and opted out and signed with Chicago. We're at the point where Wemby was an unrestricted free agent. Oh my God. They're going to beat me. They're up 3-1. What are the odds I can come back down 3-1? Jaden Ivey shooting 36. Holland shooting 28%. What a sad way for these guys to go out. Let's just insert Cam Thomas into the starting 5. Can we win Game 5? Nope, we lose in 5. Cooper Flagg and Wemby, conference finals MVPs. Bulls win in 6. All right, this is going to be the last year. I can't believe I haven't won yet. There goes Aaron Gordon. I really tried to win it with this core, but I do think I'm going to move Ivy, and I think I'm going to move Ron Holland this offseason. So Ivy's a free agent. That's just great. All right, so I'm going to be trading Ron Holland and pick 29 for Brandon Miller, who's kind of been mid over the last few years of his career. We're going to try to buy into that potential. I drafted 3 second-rounders, Timmy Pickett at 50 out of Ohio State, Elton Jones, and Homer Wennington. We're going to pick up the team options on these guys. Devin Booker and John Moran are free agents. Igor, we're going to give the qualifying offer to. Ivy, I think we're going to try to work out a sign and trade with Ivy. And I'm going to try to trade away Jaden Ivey for Ace Bailey. I will have to probably throw in like a Randy Forte in this deal. And they say no. What about if I throw in a Gary in this deal? They would want my top 3 protector in 2033, and I get a Doug Terry. I could use another center if I'm going to do this. All right, let's do it. Ace Bailey and Brandon Miller are the new wings here in Detroit. I don't know if I'm going to have Miletic be the 4 or who's going to be the power forward, because Asar Thompson might be moving to the bench, and I will move Jalen Duren at the deadline if I feel like I need to. So we're going to start. Who do I want to start here? I think Brandon Miller, what is 6'7"? How tall is Ace Bailey? 6'9". Let's go Ace at the 4, Brandon Miller at the 2, Asar at the 3, Duren at the 5. Cam Thomas is going to get 20 minutes a night off the bench. Miletic is going to get 24. Stewart's going to get 18. Kalkbrenner's not going to play for now. I think I'm going to go to Chaz Lanier, 13 minutes a night. And yeah, Terry's not going to play either. So I have 24 minutes. Let's go 35 to Cade, 33 to Miller and Bailey. We can go 30 to Duren. We can go 30 to Thompson. Leaves me about 4 more minutes. Let's just give it to Lanier for now. And let's just see how this team looks. We start off the season with a 1-1 record. We got blown up by 49 to the Hornets. That's not ideal. And Jalen Duren gets hurt. I may trade him at the deadline. I just feel like he gets hurt every year. He tore his left MCL. He better be back by the deadline. All right, so we're at the deadline. Brandon Miller having somewhat of a bounce back year. I will take that in Detroit. Asar, the efficiency is so freaking bad. It's so bad. But Ace Bailey's been a beast for us. Cade has obviously been like the main catalyst of this team. I've thought about potentially trading Jalen Duren here at the deadline, but I just don't think there's that many better options on the market. So we're going to roll with him. And hey, if he gets hurt, we have Kalkbrenner, Terry, Stewart, and some other center options to soften the blow. All right, so we are going to win 50 games this year, but we're probably not going to win 60 unless we end the season off on a winning streak. You know, we're going to get close. We're going to finish 58 and 24. Is this Jonathan Mogbo? No, there's a John Mogbo now for the Raptors, a 6'3" point guard. Do we get Coach of the Year? Nope. The Mavericks go 73-9. We do get Cade on All-NBA third team. And we do get Ace Bailey on all defensive second team. Okay. So we finished the year as the 1 seed. Like I said, this will be the final season. 58-24, 7-game winning streak, 11.8 point differential. The Mavericks are just, what the hell, man? They do have Kristaps back as well. It's funny because Jalen Duren got hurt yet again this year. So what I'm actually going to do for the playoffs is I'm going to have Ace be the 3. We're going to bench Sar for Miletic, who's going to get 8 minutes a night. We're going to go 28 to Duren. I just don't want to overplay him. I want to go 37 to Ace and Cade. So I think Wayne Neer is going to get like 10 minutes a night for the playoffs. Stewart, 16 is fine with me. Let's go 36 or 35 there, 38 there. I'd like to go 30 to Igor. And then we can go about 3 more to Sar. All right. We're taking on Chicago. They have Wemby. Yeah, they beat us in the conference finals last year. And we had, oh my God, Cade gets hurt in round 1. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my mind. I don't really want to play Cam Thomas at the point guard spot. I don't really have like a true backup point guard. Oh boy. Screw it. Asar is the point guard until Cade comes back, which will be for possibly the rest of the series. Well, it's definitely the rest of the series. Probably all round 2 against Luka and the Wizards. So we'll see who can kind of step up for us. We're down 2-0. I'm playing Asar as the point guard just because he can facilitate in a way. Ace Bailey dropping 29.5 in the first 2 games, but we're down 2-0, down 3-0. 3-1. Cade, are you back? Can you come back? What a sad way to go out. All right. We forced a game 6. You guys are really sucking me back in. All right. Cade can actually play. I'm playing him. All right. Game 6. Cade Cunningham is back. Are we able to beat the Washington Wizards on the road? We have a good second quarter, good third quarter. What the was that fourth quarter? Oh my God, man. I really did fail you guys in this video. I really did.